Hi, good afternoon. The following reading is about the final work with a very important topic: drug trends, terrible consequences for society. Main objective of this final work is based on its own themes, drug trends. This work pretends to show relevant information about the effects caused by the use of drugs and how the family is harmed when one of its members is involved in these vices. The development in the introduction, the following material is the final work of the subject to put into practice the knowledge and competences. Drug trends is a common and very impacting issue for today's society. In this work, you will find the necessary information on the subject, which with subtopics to abound so that the reader finds important data that are of benefits for his life development. Social effects of drugs on society. The social effects of drug on society are horrific. Drug abuse results in crime, depleted resources, injuries, worsens livelihoods, and the deprivation of child care and health care to innocent citizens. How those those drugs abuse affect the community. It costs everyone money. According to the drug rehab.org, drug and alcohol abuse rake up an annual fee of nearly 600 billion. Abusing drugs and alcohol comes with many side effects, requiring supports and resources from healthcare, lost revenue, damage, and healthcare. The ripple effects of drug use include sexual assault, prison sentences, foster care placement, child abuse, and work-related injuries. The more society abuses drugs, the more we pay for it as a whole. It monopolizes healthcare resources. Every year, drug abuse costs the healthcare industry over 180 billion. Healthcare is responsible for rehabilitation programs and services, mental disorders, and injuries related to the drug abuse or addiction. Drug abuse demands tax dollars and hospital resources that could be directed toward other more positively beneficial efforts and life-saving endeavors. It disrupts the family unit. Drug abuse takes an extensive toll on the family, which in turn has a negative impact on society. Studies show that tendencies of one family members to abuse drugs or alcohol on his family members program causes tensions amongst all members. In appearance of misusing drugs or alcohol, it creates strains in espousals of any relationship, driving the parent's partner into frustration and fatigue, possibly resulting in a lack of effort at work, in parenting, in friendships, or in the ability to care of himself or herself. Apparent abuse and drugs always leads to the children receiving inadequate care. This results in poorer childhood health, reduced academic performance, neglected emotional support, and more. As the children of a drug abuser are denied basic necessities of parenting, often including shelters and food, their involvement in and contribution to society later on is hindered. In some cases, the emotional burden is too great, causing the affected children to turn the drugs or alcohol as a coping mechanism and recreating the cyclical negative process. When one child in the family is addicted to or abusing drugs, it affects everyone. Parenting efforts, and financial resources tend to go toward helping the one child, neglecting the needs of the other. Similarly, stable kids in the family. Stable children are denied necessary parenting attentions and fails to be punished toward their potential that are lead to greater positive influence in society in the adulthood. It results in crime. Over half of federal prison occupancy is accounted for by individuals with incarceration related to drug abuse or addiction. Each year, drug-related incarcerations in state prison cost taxpayers 45 billion as well as 145 million in federal prison incarcerations. More crimes are committed by individuals under the use of drugs and alcohol, costing society its resources, time, efforts, and safety. Everybody else has to work harder. Drug abuser brings down the productivity at work. Well, this is the reading about the final word. For me, has been a big pressure to be in this important subject where we have learned so many important topic as well, because we have been studying different kind of themes, and as soon as we get this task and we do it, we learn so many informations that then we go to the society and we can help them to fix some problems and give some important advice. And I think that learning, being proactive, be influenced through many kinds of benefit that we have in this subject. So thank you very much.